That they walk into their crosshairs.
Can win this round for TPR.
Just need a trade, and that's just what Brisbane's guys. Come on, it's the other side of it.
Pearls there on the back end here, and that's an ace for Nevada.
Such a good opportunity.
5-1, and you find the second two. 4 kills for Scorpion.
Gets one, gets two. Looks like he wants to go for more, and it's an ace. Oh, and Jesse gets ball. Oh, and what a shot for him! Yeah, do they see it? Oh, and he gets headshot. What a shot from Mini. Plus 10 HP and the 3.
Somebody call the doctor. I think I'm seeing double on my shoulder is a monster.
Takes some early fight and gets one.
Oh,
damn. Says no. M2 says no. Akira says no again. And it's again. Here he gets two. Oh, Matrix. Good, finish him off.
Yeah, sure. Well, we are here. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, as we step into the first game of the evening. We have REY Esports versus Torpedo Esports. My name is Shaky. I am joined by the lovely, the amazing Atro here today.
Hello.
As for some reason, the camera is a bit shy today, Atro.
A little blurry. Let me pull it down here. Yeah. Gonna find it. A little bit better. Not really. We'll figure it out later down the line. But yes, hello everybody. Welcome back to the Reyna's tournament. How are we all doing? How are you all feeling today, Shaky? We've got ourselves the second games of the tournament that are about to happen. The second best of threes, as you would say. And we started off with the bang on the first one. I'm still blurry. Don't worry about it. We started off with the bang on the first ones because we managed to see a beautiful two-way street down there for OOT, taking down the defending champions, right, from REY Esports.
Yeah. Oh,
right, so that was a game.
Mate, we saw Neo incarnate in that last game. Like,
we definitely
the
did.
Matrix was real in that game. It was amazing to cast.
Yeah, it was absolutely beautiful, and now hopefully we're gonna get something just as great because we're gonna be taking a look on down to the British side of REY Esports fighting up against Torpedo Esports. Both of these teams in the 1-0 bracket after having defeated their respective teams into the first Swiss stage. Now they're up here, they're into the 1-0 bracket and they're trying to take each other down. Now, the deal is here though that Shaky, they didn't really go through an easy 2-0 to get to this point in time. They actually had to fight their way and struggle through to 2-1s to get to this point. So maybe we're gonna see us actually go all the way and find that third map today.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, from what we know, they had quite an interesting fight to get here. And as all things considered, let's hope that they don't have a difficult run, as the focus is on your cameras today. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
Though. I think. Like all things yesterday, these are teams that I'm not quite familiar with, but from the experience that we saw with the games that we casted yesterday, it definitely I think the quality of talent that we have to offer in this tournament is quite amazing. So
yeah,
I'm looking for big plays. Yesterday I wanted a best of 3 to go to 3, but obviously OOT did not give that to us. They wanted to end it quickly, and they surprised us. They did it in a magnificent fashion. But today I want these two teams to battle it out. That first game between REY Esports and OOT was a bit too much. By the end of that best of 3 series, my voice was cracking. Today I want to take it a bit more slow. I want to go a bit easier, and I want to see some magic happen.
Hey, You're going to take it a little bit easier. I want to see it pump the speed a little bit when it comes down to the actual individual plays, because we got to see some absolutely incredible things, as you mentioned, coming in from Matrix. So it was a battle of the IGLs on the last one in my mind. M2 absolutely performed as well on the Sentinel, on the Initiator, my bad. But now we can actually talk a little bit about lineups, because REY Esports, they've got a new lineup just signed in, by the way. We've got Zoe and Kusa on the core, but now we got Zipix, Clam, and Maui as new signings. Of course, the IGL is going to be Zowie as before, and the controller is still going to be the same on Kusa. But we got Zipix, which we do have a little bit of insider info from the production boys out here on the Observer side of things. Great job was good to be here today on the Observing, so we're going to be looking forward to that as well from Setnix. But we are going to be taking a look on down to Maui and to Zipix and to Clam as well to see what they can prove into the fight and see what they can take up with REY Esports. But on Torpedo's side, we've also got something to look forward to, right? Because they are coming in here after a 2-1 victory. It is going to be El Tapiro, it's going to be Snippy, it's going to be Wachu, Mickey, and Melody. So it's going to be a ton of fun to see how they're going to be playing out this one as well. I don't have too much insider info on Torpedo Esports right now to see how it's going to be going in regards to the team lineup. But I think it's going to be fun once we get into the maps as well to kind of delve in a little bit more and see how these teams can actually, well, you know, coexist and try to fight in these certain different maps that we're going to
definitely. I agree with you on that one. I think there's a lot to be shown in these games coming up. The main things to say is obviously the pick. We're going to see in front of us now the picks that's going to come out for the first, second, and third game. That's going to give us the kind of like the stage to set with this with all's going to come out. And Sunset has been contested. I've seen that being banned quite a lot. I think considering it's such a new map, even though it hasn't been out for a couple of months now, it is still a bit. You know, it's not that great to play it. I saw last night, if anyone watched the Sentinel game versus G2, it was absolutely amazing. Sentinel was playing beautifully on Sunset. They've just got this really, really crazy lineup that they throw onto that site. So maybe the ban from REY Esports is just coming off on the end of that game. Sentinel fan over here. But yeah, Ascent's going to get taken out. I'm a big Ascent lover. I think Cypher controlling on that is quite fantastic. But obviously yesterday we saw a bit of a difference. We saw people picking up rarely a Sentinel. Sometimes there would be a Sentinel, sometimes it would be double initiated, double controller, and leveling it out with the duelist. So interested to see what they're going to give us today.
Would you consider this the meta right now, though? A bit more fast-paced, a little bit more mobile, to be going in for those initiators, those duelists, right? They were really going in forward for trying to control the map on smokes and utility rather than actually just being up in their face and trying to click heads. And perhaps that's going to change here today because we've got Icebox and Lotus starting us off here into the best of 3. Now, I wouldn't really say that Lotus is one of my favorites, and I think a lot of people can agree with me on this one. That when it comes down to Lotus, it's maybe a little less picked than some other maps. But I personally, even though this might not be the greatest choice for everybody, I enjoy seeing a little bit of Icebox. I don't know about you, Shaky, but I loved seeing Icebox back from the beta up until now. It stayed true to its nature, and it's always going to be that B-side that I absolutely just adore to see how it's always being pushed. So we're going to have ourselves a treat to start things off, I'd say.
Yeah, definitely. And to answer your question earlier, yes, I do think that's where the meta is going. I see teams more going towards a default heavy setup, more of a slow pace and then engage and explode onto site. We see, like I said, just the game that I really liked watching last night was the Sentinel game. We saw where Sentinels completely left site alone, just for the attackers to come on plant site, and then they would go for the replant, the retake of site. So that is a meta that's slowly starting to being brought back in. G2 was playing against MIBR, I think was the name. Also, really crazy game. A lot of explosive plays going on. So that I'm expecting that type of play to happen within these smaller tournaments going up forward. So I'm excited, especially with Icebox. I mean, Icebox is a map where double controllers, not a new thing. So many people like playing either a Brim Viper, a Viper Omen, even Astra sometimes is good on Icebox. But interested to see how they're going to come up with these plays.
Yeah, definitely going to be a ton of fun to see also which duelists are going to be picked up, especially on Icebox, right? Because you can't really be too certain that something like a Yoru is going to be picked or something like a Jet, because even though if they're mobile enough, going on over to these sites, you need fast rotations. The Jet maybe is going to work out, but I think that Yoru in this patch is going to be very attacker side focused. So going on over to that defensive side, they're gonna have to really think long and hard if they want to send on over their sole duelist if they have only one going on over to that side. But we got word from production. We're starting up in 30 seconds. And before we get there, Shaky, I want your opinion. Who is winning this one? Give me predictions. Caster curse it all the way, buddy.
Ah, man, yesterday I went with OOT because I liked their logo, okay?
Yeah, right.
I said, today, I don't know, man. I'm looking at both these logos. Torpedo looks cool. REY Esports looks even cooler. REY Esports kind of gives me that vibe where, as a streamer, sometimes you'll have people coming to your chat saying, hey, look, I'm a graphic designer. I can create a logo for you. That's kind of the feeling it gives, okay? Look, it's a cool logo. I'm just saying. Honestly, I heard Torpedo is a Polish team. My mother-in-law's Polish. So I'm going to just go and say Polish, man. Torpedo all the way.
Okay, I'm not playing that devil's advocate here by choice, but, well, I'm not playing it by accident. I'm playing it by choice because right now I love REY Esports' lineup right now. I think they're pretty cool, and coming in from the British side of things, I think that's a little bit of fun and banter as well. So I'm going to be going in for them to try to take away at least Icebox to start us off. And speaking of Icebox, we got ourselves the pick starting us off. And would you look at that controller on a Sova for the defensive side?
Okay.
And on the attacker side. Okay. Sova's pretty popular.
Yeah, initiators, we got Sova. We got a double initiator on the defending side, which is going to be Torpedo. I do like KO. I think it's great, especially if you're going to go up against a Sentinel heavy lineup. So trying to get a hold of that Killjoy is going to be phenomenally valuable if that KO dot lands. And then obviously the Sova on the other side is going to be really good. Now we've got the double initiator side on Torpedo, and we have the double controller on REY Esports. So I think, all things considered, just because of the way that this map works, I'm going to say Torpedo still has it.
Okay. Yeah, they're definitely more versatile. I think that REY Esports right now have got more wild cards though, right? They've got the Yoru on lockdown, the Killjoy in for that defensive side, and the fact that we get to see a Harbor right now is definitely what makes me the most excited, because that Harbor can be very, very versatile when it comes down to especially the A takes. Now, of course, they are going to be starting off on this attacker side, so they have to kind of test the waters, see where they can go, see what they can do. But for now, I would say that with the Sova, with the Harbor, we can get to see some really interesting team plays coming in from REY Esports if they play it right.
Yeah.
Now,
it's a pretty good start as well, yeah, because I mean they've got their dot, they've got the information going to come out from Sova and KO. They're all going to make sure to see where everyone is and kind of set up this establish this first type of pressure, and that's exactly what we're going to see going to come out from REY Esports here. They're going to try and wait for that KO and that dart from Sova and try and use that info to try and push a different side.
Yeah, and Jet already off the bat, tried to go in aggressive, lost a lot of HP, and now the first trade and kill has been made in the game as the Jet did fall down on middle. We got the trade back away here onto the B side on long. They're trying to push it up with a drone as well. Sova coming in through the Harbor wall. We get to see the site being quite empty right now. Not a lot of info behind that wall. Coming in into Kitchen, though, it is going to be one player up, one player down. Let's see how this engage is going to go.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting to engage. Obviously, Harbor has got that utility to try and lock down that site when you're trying to push up forward, but it's going to be broken so easily. Now, the question is, how are they going to deal with this?
And that's exactly how they're going to be doing it. Headshots going in left and right. REY trying to come back into this one, but Zoe's the only one finding something. And there you have Clam finding one with the Sheriff, needing to find 1v2 right now. Does have the damage needed, but there's the the USP. Goddamn, no. Ayo coming in, Snippy finding 3.
Someone's been watching too much CS lately.
Well, look, man, it's our job, right? Can you blame me?
I can't. No, I can't. I literally can't. No, it was a good run. Obviously, look, this is kind of where it falls short. Harbor is a great agent, but it needs to work well with the initiators. Yoru, even though it's a duelist, still got that pop flash, really good. That is their only pop flash that they have available. So Zipix is going to be the player in that team for REY Esports. It's going to have to try and flash his corners. Maybe hold on to that flash a little bit longer and rely on the utility from initiators to try and get a hold of side quicker. They kind of waited a bit too long to try and get that spike down, and I think they just gave Torpedo a bit too much leeway in the start of that round. And now to see a little bit more of an interesting play here. It looks like they're going to drag attention towards A, and then Viper's going to go B.
Yeah, pandemonium on the side right now. So many walls being put up, you can't really tell where they're going to be coming in from. But I like how the utility is being used around, as though he just managed to sneak his way into the side, take down the enemy Sova, and now back to the trade. Can the Sheriff find it? Not just yet. Presmus trying to stay alive right here. Is he going to be able to do it? Mickey coming in on the Killjoy, finding one on the Bulldog, and then it's going to be Wachu finding the other. But look at that, Shaky. There you have it. It's going to be a spike plant down on the B side. Nobody expected it. Huge fight down towards the A side. And now they have to rotate. Are they going to be able to retake?
I love the play here. Obviously, Viper's positioning up so well. Maui's up at the front. Unfortunately, Kusa gets taken out, but they still have 2 to play onto side. Clam is there. They've got a good opportunity to control this as best as they can. Obviously, they lost the previous round, so anything that they can get here is valuable. That being said, they've got a plant down, which is extra credits. They've got 2 kills, which is extra credits. That's going to make it 3 as well. Bring it 4. Clam just going to help out so much.
Trying to buy time right now. The spike is being defused. It's halfway there, but the Sheriff is still alive. Killjoy is just toying around with the other one. Look at this Clam! Finding the 3K to save the day. 1v3 clutch, and we started off with a bang into round number 2.
That is what I want to see. That is perfect. I love that. The way that REY Esports played that was so nice. They obviously positioned everyone towards A side. They used the harbor wall to wall off the area, and then they periodically picked at the remnants of Torpedo through the smoke, through the water, to try and get a few picks there. After that spike went down, they positioned themselves the way. Viper was a bit low health and just created an opportunity for this Killjoy to catch everyone off guard. I really like the way that they set that one up for themselves.
They did indeed, and that was a force buy as well coming in on the Sheriff. So now they've managed to equalize out on their economy. They're looking quite fine right now, and we are going to be taking a look at a gamble stack on the A side from the defenders, right? It looks like Torpedo right now don't fully have got this on lockdown, don't have the read going for them. So because of that now, they're going to be pushing up into the A side, seeing that it's clear, and trying to rotate down through mid and T-spawn to get on over to Maui, who is trying to hold it down with a Killjoy turret on his left.
Yeah,
but you're already way inside of the site, right?
Yeah, this is the problem with if you full stack too much. Obviously, you just lost that round. The best thing to do is at least leave one person on the B side to get that info if they get rushed up. They just didn't have that, so now they're going to have to play a little bit more careful here. Sova dot should be up. Sukeo does have his knife to try and get a bit of information, maybe stop the utility from the Killjoy. If he lands this perfectly well, but it might be denied from the enemy team, that information.
Zoe on the Phantom looking in for a headshot. It is going to be the fake defuse coming on in, but the triple kill already being secured. The Eco can't really do anything against this one. And REY Esports are going to be easily picking up their second round out here as the KO is just going to get overrun. A flawless round gets made, not a single gun taken away here from the REY Esports side.
Yeah, that was tough, eh? Honestly. Actually, I think it stems down just from the fact that it was a gamble. Obviously, yeah. Torpedo had a 50-50 bet to say they're going to go A. They didn't. They ended up full rushing B, which not at all what they did the go around before that. And this is the type of mind games that you'd like to see in a tournament like this. You want to see teams constantly thinking on their feet. You don't want to see them getting into a pattern and getting used to, you know, going to tournament and trying different plays. And now immediately they've got it set up differently. REY Esports is going to go for a default push with the 3-1-1. And that's going to help them out so much with a good trade there immediately off the bat.
Yeah, 1-for-1 trade, a duelist for the Harbor. Might work out actually in the long run, because now you don't really have that wall to deny the half a site really here. A lot of positions could have been taken away because of that wall or the smoke, but now you don't really have that. You have to rely on the Sova and the Yoru for utility and for information right now as the Vipers coming into Spearhead. We're going to be seeing Sova trying to hold it down, and the shock darts are not taken out just yet. Pop flash on down. Clam is going to be planting it away, but it is going to be Presmus finding the first one onto the headshot for the Sova. It is going to be Zimes going and being taken on out. REY Esports having to hold this one down 3v4 style. And the arrow does come on in. Let's see if he spots anybody out. Not just yet. Headshots galore though. Nothing connecting. Snippy finds one, and Zipix gets the trade back around. Yoru's still alive, but not for long. Mickey on that Killjoy is doing a lot of work right now. And it is only going to be up to Maui, who does go down in the end. And a 2-2 lineup. The score is going to be very close.
How on earth do you say that Sova's name? What? I've never seen... What was that? Like,
so Sova's name is Japanese, and you pronounce it as... I need to see it right now. Jakubatsu. Jakubatsu.
You read Japanese?
I do study in my spare time, yes.
Okay. Well, the more you know, all right?
Yeah.
Acho, man of many talents. Crazy, all right?
Guess so.
So it's Jakku. Is that we just going to call
Jakku,
it over?
yeah.
Jakku? Okay.
We could, I guess.
All right, because I
is the
don't
name.
read squiggly lines. That's very intense for me, right? I barely could read cursive in school, not let alone that. That's a bit advanced, but yeah, really good round. I think equalizing it like that helped them out quite a lot. Just being able to get back on site, but yeah, I think it's just a pretty normal start so far. They're kind of trying to find their feet. It is overall, at the end of the day, only the first game. So I think both these teams need to get over that little bit of jitters as the game starts and just kind of try and establish themselves into the game a bit more.
Yeah, would agree so, but coming into it right now, it is going to be the Viper trying to hold on down already. Attacker Killjoy comes on in and plants away the detain. So how many are going to be found out here as they already run away? It was a little bit early and they didn't really capitalize on the peak because of it right now, right? So nobody's detained. Nobody doesn't have anything right now, but Presmus, that is going to be one headshot to the harbor again. Kusa, he's died first, I think, every single round already. Clown finds the trade back on the Viper, but already the damage has been dealt. The kills have been made, and it is going to be up to Tapedo to try to come back into this one, retake away on the spike. But look at this position, Shaky, right now. They're just going to go in one by one and try to peek on this spike, and they're going to be trading away as much as they can.
Yeah, this is the importance of a pop flash, with Zipix now being able to just hold down that corner as best he can. There's 3 people on the end, on the attack, 2 people left standing as they're trying to hold this back down as much as they can.
Oh. Okay, another kill being made, 1v1 remaining. It's going to be the Sova versus the KO, and there comes the Shock Dart, but it's not going to deal any damage. He's holding it through, and there comes the Hunter's Fury, finding one, and then the second. There you have it. Zoe clutches down the round and manages to save down the gun as well as the spike. So there you have it, 3-2, and it is going to be REY Esports still holding on to an advantage.
Yeah, so how is that? See, in more names, that's quite intense. So it's Zoe. It's Zoe. Yeah,
Zoe.
It's Zoe. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Right.
So yeah, perfect. I don't mind that. That's cool, right? I look, as a South African, I learned so many new names. Like X. X is not a letter that's used in my language, right? So I see X and I'm like, ah. But yeah,
Something
really good
new.
start. Yeah, Zippy's gonna go straight up forward to try and get a little bit more information as they're trying to push the side. And now this is a complete change of pace.
Oh my, Zipix, there you have it. 3k off the bat with the ulti. The dimensional drift is used perfectly in that instance. Nobody even heard it. This man had free real estate on that side, emptied it up, and found a round for his team. I think this was a force buy as well coming in from Tapedo Esports, so this definitely is going to be hurting them quite a lot. Bulldog and Sheriff left remaining in a 2v5 to try to retake on this spike, but it is not going to be working out as easily as you might think. Maui is on the crosshair as well, and Mickey's the only man standing, not even him. A flawless round coming in from REY Esports, and it's going to be the second one out here for the Brits.
Oh, that was good. That was such a good round, man. I admire teams that can think on their feet and constantly readjust their playstyle. REY has gone from pushing indirectly, faking, playing slow, to completely exploding on sites with the utility, and I love to see this. This is the play that you have to play with a double controller, essentially. Yeah. Like, you don't have those plethora of flashes at your disposal to try and put towards side. And that being said, even Tapedo doesn't have a lot of pop flashes. They just got KO. So both these teams are going to have to try and adapt a bit more on that.
Yeah. Well, Tapedo does kind of lose out on that flash ability, but they do gain when it comes down to holding the sites. That's where they should have been thriving with that Killjoy, right? With the Viper as well on the retakes. That's absolutely perfect. And did the Viper spit already get used in the B site, or am I in the A site, or am I just tripping? I think it did,
Viper
right?
site's been used, has it?
Oh, no. Apparently,
Has
the
it?
Defender side Viper has used her ultimate to hold down to the A site. Very early on into the round.
Oh, no, yeah, I see it on the map.
Yeah.
I thought you were asking about it. Yeah. I think she probably just popped that out just to try. Obviously, a lot of Vipers do that just to stop the push towards A.
Yeah,
kind of gamble with the fact that they won't push. Honestly, when I see that, I just tell my team rush it, go into the Viper pit, because the rest of the team is going to be on the other sides. They're not going to expect you to push that, so
Well,
I'd say go for it.
Even if it is telegraphed right now and they are actually luring them towards the B side, it's only Sova here to hold. So Jakku, how is he going to be able to do this one? He's only got a Phantom and only 29 bullets, and the Magna Pop Flash comes around and he does get one onto Zipix, but it's not going to be enough as Clam gets into the Viper's Pit as well of his own teammate. The spike is going to be planted in from this Sova, and Mickey is the only one that can deny, and that's exactly what's going to happen. But 1-for-1 trade happens yet again. Presmus has to hold this one down. Snippy finds Kusa, and it's back to a 2v2, but Snippy goes in for doubles. He double dips Shaky, and he's going to be looking in for Clam as well. 1v2. Can this man do it? And the Killjoy's looking good right now. Only KO left alive here. Alarm bot triggered, going in onto the spike, and he peeks on out. Huge headshot on the flick. Connecting for Clam and finding a clutch.
Big clutch indeed. That was a snap and a half. He probably almost broke his wrist trying to do that.
But hey, he did it. So I'd say it was pretty worth it.
Definitely so. We're going to go into this 8th round with a little bit of a lesser buy from Torpedo. Everyone's going to go for a Sheriff, really. I think it's just probably your best bet. I'm interested to see how they're going to play this. It just looks like they're going to keep it just a stock standard 2-on-2, trying to put the Jet on mid, just peek around, see if they can get any information from this. But yeah.
In CS, we would be calling this a deco, right? Deagle's only just going in for, but the Sheriffs are not going to be having the same impact as maybe a Deagle would have had, because right now, Presmus does not find anything to work with. Shock Dart used down on middle, so decall itself out. A lot of info gained, and we did get to see the Sova in the middle of the side as well. He does have the Hunter's Fury, but it doesn't matter right now. Mickey is going to be way more interesting down on middle as he finds Maui, takes him down, but doesn't steal away the Vandal. Doesn't go all the way into top of mid, actually, to take away that gun. Instead, forces out a rotate from the A side, and they're going to be fighting this one out 3v4 style.
Yeah, they're going to have to try and make work here. It's tough. It's really tough, especially if you've got lurkers like Clam on your back, just coming out of nowhere. That creates such a difficult situation. Going from a 3v4 to a 2v4 for any team is going to be a bit more tough. And now Watchu, really please, can we see a bit more action? Come on, flick. No. Oh, okay. Close.
Well, at least we didn't get to see his POV, so we can't really say anything about it, because now we're going to be going in for a defuse fake and the death. But hey, there comes Snippy on one and on the second. There you have it, 5 HP remaining, but sure, he's going to go in for more. Can he try again? Tapping it once more, and oh, if that would have been a triple kill, that would have been pretty damn nice from Snippy. But overall, into an eco round, taking down 3 guns, I wouldn't say that's the worst outcome.
No, not at all. Not at all. I think with the way Snippy was playing there, that was good. Obviously, as anyone watching Valorant or anyone plays Valorant, you know if you're on an eco buy, the more you could damage the enemy's economy, the better. You just want to try and get as many frags as possible to try and make it worthwhile for that save. If you can win the round, even better. But yeah, just as many frags as possible is the best outcome. So good round so far.
Okay, so they're going in for this default though. They're always trying out the dart down on A. If it does get spotted, then they start going in to try to find a frag. If it doesn't, then they just rotate back to the B side. This has happened already like 3 times in a row, and it looks like Torpedo still haven't picked up on it.
They don't. It's a bit like, again, look at this. REY is just slowing it down completely.
Yeah.
Off the bat from what they've been doing, they're just going to take their time on this one. Not going to have to worry about anyone pushing them from any point, and just kind of just wait and see if they get a bit too impatient. They're just saying, Torpedo, this is on your hands, mate.
Yeah, but I do like that Torpedo realize they are playing on the defender's side. Like, unlike a lot of other teams who do get a little bit headstrong, right? They want to try to make those plays. They want to try to make something happen. Instead, they hold down to their util, they play the angles, and they wait for an opportunity. As time ticks away here, Presmus is going to be the first one to see an enemy. Although Zipix, he's going to be going in on the operator, trying to find something akin of a flick. The Hunter's Fury comes around, and Presmus is going to be able to find Zipix on a trade. And looking in for more, there's going to be Maui trying to find one, but doesn't expect the second to be coming around from container as well. 4v3 and 30 seconds remaining indeed, announcer lady. We're going to be going into the A side for a spike plant.
Oh, surely Mickey heard that. They dropped onto A side. They did exactly the same thing, just a bit differently this time around. They've got the spike now ready on A side, and they should be able to get the plant down, but they kind of faked it here. So Killjoy's going to be able to lock this down quite nicely. If they had a lineup to destroy that, would be quite great. But that Swarm's not going to do much to that.
Yeah, but there comes the Harbor ulti coming into the middle of the side, and that's going to be great, detaining down onto Clam as well. The knife is going to be able to spot them out, and they're going in for the spike. Harbor is going to be doing a little bit of damage. Mickey shuts him down though, so no more ulti down on the side, and that is going to be the defuse coming on through here, even though Zoe is doing so much damage. So Way does not manage to get anything else done at the end of that round because it still goes in the favor of the Poles.
Yeah, Zowie really tried his best to at least capitalize on that as best they can. They still did a pretty good job. I mean, utility, like all things considered, throwing so much utility down just to get retake of that site is a win for you at the end of the day. So I think REY Esports going to walk away from that quite happy. Still though, they're actively thinking about this. Like if you look at the way that Torpedo's playing right now, they kind of readjusted their play. They kind of know that A site's a bit difficult to kind of control. So you've got Sova there to get the dart out, to get the information necessary, and then from that you can communicate it with the team to come over or not.
Yeah, Dimensional Drift being used up here by Zippix to gain a little bit of info, but he does go in for the fake out as well. Sova's not going to be going in for it though. 1-for-1 trade again, and it is going to be Clam this time around. Managed to find one headshot, looking in for more. The Harbor Wall though is great out here for the attacker side as they manage to get the spike planted and they run away from it, trying to hold down the angle from T-Spawn. This is going to be one exciting round here, Shaky, as we do have a couple of ultimates to actually use up here, especially the KO one, which would be great on the retake. Are they going to be investing that though?
Don't know if they are going to do that.
Hunter's Fury, he did use it up, so he can get revived right now, but I don't think anybody's going to be going in that deep to try to revive the KO at this point in time. Clam is just trying to retake Maui, finding headshots, and it is going to be the Shock Dart to actually find the last frag there in that round. REY Esports, they play like they don't even have a single stress about that round. They take it back, and they manage to find the 7th on the board with no worries whatsoever.
Yeah, no worries what at all. Like that was a very, very, very nice round. Again, utility-wise, it really helps having a Sova to play that retake back into, well, basically to not play the retake, but to just secure that plant and stop them from trying to go for the defuse.
Yeah, indeed so. And now, we're getting into round number 11. We don't really have too many rounds remaining of the first half here, Shaky. And as we're going in through them, we're getting to see that Torpedo are struggling on their defender side of this map on Icebox, which I wouldn't really be expecting. I would think that Icebox does kind of favor this sort of composition going in and over to the defensive side, but I guess not right now, as the Killjoy is coming in on the detain. Washu is going to be able to find one on the mid push down with that Sheriff, but only one is going to be found at all, as the spike is going to be planted with the help of that Killjoy.
Yeah, that's going to help them quite a lot, yeah. I mean, playing for a retake's pretty good. I mean, that's kind of what you want from Torpedo. You want to try and stop as much as you can, but Zippix is just standing there waiting for them to defuse, so what can Torpedo actually do about this?
They have to go in aggressive. That's exactly what Jaku tried to do, but it doesn't happen. Clam is still there, try to hold it down, and it is going to be a team ace coming in around here. Everybody playing a piece of the puzzle here from REY Esports, and their coordination is actually better than Torpedo's, I would say, because yeah, Torpedo wants to play in for retakes. They want to go in for these big plays, but the kill that actually made it happen here for Torpedo, that gave them a ray of hope, was Washu just going in by himself down on mid and finding a frag, right? So right now, I would definitely say that the Polish side is definitely a bit more individualistic, as REY Esports are playing this one as an absolute unit, and they have managed to take down every single retake that the Polish side has attempted.
Yeah, this kind of poses the question earlier about having two controllers. That's what makes it difficult to try and get back on the site. You've got Viper and Harbor holding down site constantly to try and stop you from getting any information while the plant happens. So Watchu's doing a good job at getting up space, but I mean, if the trade from Sippy wasn't there, that would have been a very, very difficult loss to come back from.
Indeed, it would have had. We might have your fabled and favored 9-3 here. It could happen.
I mean, if it happens, I'd be quite happy. I want to see a 9-3 switch around. I honestly want to see it just turn around. You know, I'm not going to say because, you know, Torpedo's Polish and I want, just because earlier I said I support them. I just want to see the 9-3 turn around because I haven't seen it happen quite a while, Atro.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either, actually. Mind, now that I'm thinking about it, right? But I can hear the Polska grooms in the background just going in wide and happy with you saying that. But right now, let's see if that's just copium or not, because it is 8-3 either way, right? And they're trying to be going in for their 9th round. As we can see, a push down on middle, and they're going to be encountering the Killjoy. Mickey needs to hold on for dear life. Otherwise, they might be getting quite dicey here for the defender squad.
Oh, the timing from Maui just does not spot out the Killjoy lurking in kitchen yet. Oh, did he actually hear the... Oh, he actually did hear it, and then... on
Spike down.
Jakku
One enemy
holds it
remaining.
together. The Viper comes in from behind, and with 10 seconds, I don't think Climb can do anything about this one, Shaky. It's not going to be a 9-3. I'm sorry, buddy, but it's still going to be something in favor for the Polish side with an 8-4.
that was tough. You know what? It is what it is, man. It's a tough one,
is.
but good play though. Good
Switching
play
sides.
from Torpedo, locking down that early push and like lurking into kitchen, getting that important pick on that Killjoy, which just really helped him to try and solidify that spike. And I mean, it was just pure luck, the fact that they were able to get that spike down and then hold it completely away from REY Esports.
Indeed so. Good half. I think we can both say that, right? Watching on down, even if it is 8-4, they fought for it. Torpedo are going to be moving into their attacker side on their enemies on their own map pick, right? So they might have something to look forward to here. They might have some sort of strats to just to blow us out of the waters, especially with 2 initiators. That's where they're going to be thriving, right? On a single-sided push with having a lot of util, just overwhelming REY Esports. That's the plan in theory, right?
Yeah, that's definitely the plan.
Okay, well, let's see if they're going to be able to do that or not, because they're not pushing any sides. They're going down on middle right now, in through connector. They're trying to get on over to that B side. It is going to be the classic to be falling down first. Washu still out here on the ghost, but it's going to be Way actually finding 3. Well, with the help of Zipix, of course, finding a double up on a double up. Still, the headshots are piling up, and it's all back down to Clam, to Mickey to try to do anything. Clam wasn't even here on the site. He was there a long time ago, as REY Esports managed to pick up their pistol and their 9th on the board.
Man, REY's looking really strong in this first game. It's kind of crazy to think that that's what's happening right now. And if I'm not mistaken, this first map was picked up by it was picked up by REY Esports. So obviously it's something that they're extremely comfortable to play.
My bad.
Now Lotus on the next one is picked up by Torpedo. The question is that we're going to see the level playing field out? But Icebox still in contention. We got 4 and 9. It's not the end of the world. There's still a lot of opportunities for them to try and get back into this, but they're going to really have to try and dig deep as much as they can. The type of aggression that you see from REY off the bat, they're not even playing side. Killjoy Viper positioning himself towards kitchen side around mid, and already they've got 3 people sitting on A, just expecting this push off the bat.
Yeah, I love this Euro play alongside the Harbor, though. Those walls are being used up perfectly right now to gain up space. And Zipix is gonna run away. Doesn't even try to go in for the double div, for the double peek. Doesn't happen. And now the Shock Darts are gonna be going in on the side. Line up Andy coming in here out of the Sova. But doesn't really connect yet, does it, Shaky? They're gonna be looking in for Spike Plant and for a rotate down on the B side as the Jet is gonna be stalling for time. We're only gonna get to see the Viper trying to hold down to this one.
Yeah, they've definitely smelled the snake in the grass. And they're going to have to rotate from the Maui timing just in... Oh, insanely... Whoa, hold on, Clam.
Yeah, that was an alarm bot getting the frag on from Clam and then finding one with the classic as well. This is an eco coming on down from REY Esports. It's not even an eco. It's a perfect round. Almost flawless coming out here from the defender's side. They win the pistol and now the next one as well. They are on their way to taking on their own map pick and they are making it look easy, Shaky.
Man, and the community watching right now even agrees with you on that one. It's a 98% vote going to REY for this game. And I love an underdog story. Like, I'm a sucker for an underdog story. So I want Torpedo to succeed. I want them to come back. And I was saying this about OOT yesterday. And look at that. It just turned around. So I am not going to give up. I'm going to say, as someone that's analyzing this game, I do think there's opportunity for them to come back. The only thing I want them to change in the next round is possibly looking at getting a bit more pop flashes. At the moment, the KO flash is very predictable. They don't have any way to play through any of the controllers. That is if REY Esports plays the same type of lineup. It's going to be all up to them how they play this next map. So far, 4-2, difficult to come back from. I mean, with the control from Zipix on REY, it's just tough.
Yeah, this is so aggressive coming in here from REY Esports, and they're getting a little bit cocky on these plays because look at where Zoe is right now pushing. This is absolutely crazy. This guy goes in with the Spectre and attempts to actually shut down the whole backline. Does not happen though, and there is still an advantage here for REY Esports. 4v3, and we got ourselves a cornered Maui trying to stay alive in there with that ghost, and he does go down to the other Viper. But now it's not a level playing field out anymore, as Presmus is going to be able to find and take down 2. Going on over to the A site, it's going to be up to Mickey to try to deny.
This is why I love Yoru. He's holding down B, got a TP down on A, information comes out, TP's back, immediately back and ready to go. No hesitation, way stronger than playing Chamber, and is a duelist at the same time with a pop flash. And then obviously now having to play with this Outlaw, just completely destroying the heads.
Oh.
I mean, I said that, and then you said that.
Yeah, you spoke a little bit too soon. Because of that, right now we're going to get to see Snippy shut down Clam and find themselves on over to 10-5, trying to find a comeback. Only here at the beginning, though. They would need 5 more in a row to get to the equalization.
Yeah, that is indeed quite an interesting round, to say the least. I think the back and forth between each side really helped them to kind of throw REY off their scent. If they can keep doing that, definitely comeback's going to happen. If not, we're just going to have to hope the second game goes well.
Yeah. A little bit of a fun fact, Jakubatsu, the name itself is actually like evil... evil game, I think it translates immediately. So the fact that he's going this edgy and not really coming out with a whole lot here is definitely sad to see right now, but there is a lot of hope that he can actually manage to find a comeback into the second map, which is going to be Tapido's zone map pick. But as I rambled about with fun facts that you definitely didn't ask for, we got to see a trade down on middle already, a 4v4 now hence to it.
It's the fun facts you don't ask for that's oftentimes the best one, so that's alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty slow though. I think REY off the end of that loss on that round, it just looks like they're just opting for maybe a little bit more of a slower push on the defending side. And I think Tapido, hoping that with that win, REY is going to get a bit more annoyed and try and push up forward. Tapido already trying to send their jet up to the mid, up drafted onto that tube by Kitchen, and just got taken up with a Killjoy being positioned a bit too close. I think the decision they're making right now is probably the best one. Knowing that Sova sits themselves on A, don't have a lot of info to give themselves if they do push B. So
yeah,
really nice start there as well.
I don't know what the Harbor is going to be able to do by himself out here as the spike is already being initialized, but that is going to be great from Maui, actually denying the spike defuse, the spike plant with 10 seconds remaining. They have to hold on this one, and they're going to be able to take down the KO. Now, time's still taken away, though. Is the spike planted or not? I don't think it is, because the Viper is the only man standing, and he's going to go down in the attempt of trying to get it on the site. There you have it. Shaky, they played that one beautifully. REY Esports realized to play with the timer, and it didn't even feel like they had 5 members in their team. The timer was their 6th member in that instance.
You know, that's crazy you just said that. I was about to say exactly the same thing. I was about to say that teams don't realize that on defense that your 6th member is the time, is the clock. That is the 6th member of your team. I can't believe you said that because I was getting so excited to say that. I thought, oh, this is going to be a good one.
I just stole it away from you.
I thought this was going to be good. Anyway, no, it's right though. I think exactly what you said. That's perfect. Like, time is of the essence. If you're playing on defense, you have time. I oftentimes, when I'm playing ranked, I get so annoyed because people want to rush. But in Valorant, time is exactly what you need to go in your favor when you're playing these games. So that's exactly what they've done, and I think it was a really, really good round.
Yeah, but hey, speaking of rush, we're getting to see exactly that on the A side right now. For a nice change of pace, the Viper Spit is going to be coming in along here, and the spike is going to be planted this time a bit faster than we got to see before. The shock arts are coming in out here from the Sova, but Jack is not going to be able to find anything just yet, as we are going to be taking a look on down. REY is just trying to retake into the site, but there's so much util going down right now from a single Viper play that this is absolutely insane. The decay doesn't even matter to our dimensional drifted Yoru, as we get all the info net ever needed. Let's see if he finds any frags out here or not, as Zipix does manage to go in for a fake out. He only has a classic, but Clam and Maui find a double up at the same time. No more Vipers staying in the pit, so now the DP is going to be coming in around, and only a Bucky left standing out here on the site is going to go on down. REY Esports, they are making this one look so damn good. I love it from the Brits right now.
I mean, I keep saying this, but they are really showing us a good game. Their ability to retake a site has been phenomenal throughout this first game. Honestly, the patience that they're showing just to try and hang back a little bit, just say, yo, look, Torpedo will give you the site. You know what? Here's the spike. I'll give you 10 seconds. Go plant. We're just going to wait back here a little bit. Use your utility. Use your Viper ult. Use everything you need. But by the way, once you've done that, we're going to come back and we're going to pick you apart piece by piece. And that's exactly what they're doing. They're getting these small incremental gains every single time they push site and trying to get back that plant. And they're just winning it over and over and over without Torpedo being able to have an answer for that.
And can I just say, this game hasn't even been looking like a duelist. This guy has gone full support all the way, using his dimensional drift for information, using all the pop flashes in the world. Flick out's absolutely perfect every single time. This has been a masterclass coming in from REY Esports, and you can see it in the way they're trying to deny this plant as well. They're coming in bit by bit, and they're not allowing Torpedo to push in even a single inch of their own accord, as they're getting headshotted left and right. It's all back down to the Viper to try to stay alive, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't happen. Shaky, we go in from the first map already with Maui and his team taking down the Polish side of Torpedo.
Yeah, they halved it, shock dot, nothing else going to really matter in this one. That's going to go straight towards REY Esports, as you said so nicely. And that's going to be a good first game. Very, very much different to what we saw last night. Yeah. That was a bit of a different showcase of skill and play than today. I do think that maybe it was first game jitters, because honestly, Torpedo looked really strong in the first half, but then from then on, I don't know.
Yeah, something must have happened, but maybe they'll have enough time here into this pause, 10-minute break, to actually hit that reset button, get their mental back up into the game, and go into their own map pick of Lotus with a new and improved mood, first of all, and second of all, with a new and improved strategy of going in on a bit of a wider map rather than Icebox, going on over to Lotus, having a couple more options to be playing in for those controllers and infiltrators if they want to go for that, but we're gonna have to just wait and see until we get there, right, Shaky? Until we get to see what the lineup is going to be and how they're going to be going in for. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, a quick 10-minute break and we'll be right back with the second map of this best of.
Deep inside. Deep inside. Deep inside. Deep inside. Inside my mind. Deep inside. Inside my mind. Fade away. Inside my mind. Deep inside. Inside my mind. Fade away. Inside my mind. Inside my mind.
Hello everybody, welcome back here. After the quick break, we're into map number 2, which is going to be Lotus, and we've had ourselves quite the amazing first map experience coming out here from REY Esports, haven't we?
Yeah, we have indeed, Atro. I think it was a fantastic first game. And to the viewers right now, I really apologize if I sound a little bit stiff in the face. I've got a little bit of an allergy for some reason. I'm sneezing my head off. Timing could not have been better.
It's okay, don't worry about it. It's all fine. We can't even tell a thing.
Perfect. Well, no, really good first game. I think all things considered, I think REY Esports just gave a really good game. Obviously, Torpedo now needs to prove themselves on the second map going into Lotus.
Yeah, I think so as well. And the way to do that, in my opinion, is definitely going to be to changing up the draft, changing up their team compositions, because before on their roster lineup, they haven't really had a clear way of assigning roles. They don't have a clear duelist, they don't have a clear controller, not a clear sentinel. But right now, they really need to go in for that. They just need to go pixies. I choose this one, I choose this one, and they have to go in for something because there's no real structure down to Torpedo Esports. And because of that, they managed to get broken down every single damn time by REY Esports. by their IGL and especially by their individual aimers, because right then and there we got to see so many grand moments, not only from util wise but also individually out here from the British side. So we got to see retake after retake, which Torpedo Esports just couldn't contest with. And now Lotus, if we know anything about Lotus, is that C side and B side is at the very least retake central.
It is.
Right?
It is. Lotus is Lotus has got that haven feeling to it, where
Yeah.
it's you got the side A, B, and C, and it's all sides are connected through a passageway. Obviously, same thing to do with Haven, where the defending side's got an easier pathway to these sites, and attacking side has either some sort of interesting. With Haven, you've got the garage area to move out between B and A. And then on Lotus, you obviously have that cubby area that goes through that breakable door towards B and A. So there's a lot of places for them to play through, a lot of utility. Killjoy is fantastic on this map just because of how broad the utility can be used, as well as Gecko and a few other agents.
Indeed so, and I'm very excited, but I'm gonna ask you again here, Shaky, because we saw the performance coming in on Icebox. Now we're going on over to Lotus. Do you still think and hope that we're gonna be going on over to Breeze as the third map?
This guy needs attention.
Are we gonna get there?
Well, I'm reading the chat on the stream right now, and I'm seeing a lot of people saying, you know what, watch out, like, wait for the next one. You don't even know there's going to be some upset coming out. So I do think a lot of these fans for Torpedo is saying this next map is their map. Lotus is where they are going to go.
And shine.
Yeah, and shine.
Okay, so if they're going to be doing that, I'm really going to be excited, because this is going to be REY Esports' defender side to start things off, and they just came in from an absolute defender overwhelming victory coming down on their own map pick. So now going on to Lotus, it's an interesting map to choose as your magnum opus as per se here for a team as Torpedo, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm always very, very happy and excited to see something new out here into the arenas, into Valorant in general. I haven't been around the scene for a long time, but I do know that having Lotus as a map here and trying to go in to try something new, to try different compositions, to stick out of the mud, right, is definitely a lot of fun. It's experimental, but let's see if it's going to be paying off as well here in the end, as we're going to be getting ready here for the second map, right?
Yeah, I think we are going to get ready. We're going to start out and move over to our just seeing what agent is going to get selected for this map. And obviously, like I said, Lotus is quite a unique one, and the fact that so many Sentinels, so many initiators work perfectly well. We get combos like Gecko. Obviously, I mentioned yesterday, if you pick up a Gecko, there's probably going to see a double initiator getting picked up. So probably going to see like a double initiator play with a controller, a duelist, and then a Sentinel as well to top it off. I don't think there's going to be a team without a Sentinel. It's just because how strong it is. Hopefully, we see a Deadlock. Deadlock has been known to be not a bad agent on Lotus. Probably more favorable on Bind. But I just want to see a little bit new faces in these rosters.
You know what, Shaky? I just realized in both of these days that we've been seeing the Reyna tournament going on ahead, we haven't seen a single Reyna, and we haven't seen a single Sage, right? Isn't that crazy to think about? You always get to see the Sage.
I find that so bizarre. And now we see our
The
favorite
Omens.
agent, Chambers, getting picked up.
We are getting to see Chambers, and I'm very, very happy about that, but the Smokers are both going to be Omens.
It is.
So that just means we're going to be getting to see very wild plays coming out of Kasa and out of Jaku. Right, we're going to be seeing a lot of movement, and we're going to see a double Cypher, so yeah, double Chamber. So yes, I am very excited coming into this one. Same duelist though, the Raze is going to get picked up, and they basically mirror matched on this one, besides the Harbor Gecko and the Viper Breach.
I think, you know what, right? I'm going to be completely transparent with this. I'm going to say that I don't particularly like this too much. The reason for that is Chamber is a great agent, and yes, we all like playing him, and he's great. But he is more of a pseudo Sentinel / duelist agent to pick up, just purely because of his skill set and his tour de force that he can use. Now, that being said, honestly, having something like a Cypher or a Killjoy to give you information about a possible site being pushed is invaluable when it comes to Lotus. Being able to just put utility down on B site and then use the rest of your team to go cover the other sites is, like I said, like it is invaluable. Like, it is such a good thing to try and do that. Now, they don't have that, and the chamber trap can easily be heard as an audio cue, and it also can be easily spotted and destroyed. So, but let's see how they're going to start this.
Yeah, let's see some seaside aggression coming in. The grenade is going to be sent on out, and that is going to be the exact play that the chamber wants to do out here onto the seaside, going to guard and see if he can find anything. He doesn't, he TPs on back. It's safe, it's smart, but at the same time right now, they've lost their raise. Lots of damage dealt on over, though, to the Polish side right here. So as they're trying to be moving on back to the B side here, the satchel is going to be dispatched, the raise is onto the side, but the spike is all the way back here with the chamber. So until he gets there, there's going to be a lot of movement coming in from REY Esports, and they're not going to be able to actually find Jaku there, who gets a headshot on the other Omen.
That just shows if you're a bit too quick on your feet, you're not going to be able to get anyone in this. Jaku just completely destroys that. Clam picking themselves up, and there's a chamber v chamber. Mickey also getting that trade at least back on Clam, but look at Presmus just from the back end lurking, helping himself to a nice easy kill.
And now Zoe, the last man standing in a 1v3. The Gecko has to do something. That's going to be one headshot going in for the next one. Doesn't get really spotted out too well in from heaven. So it is going to be the Omen clutching things up right now. And there's Jaku coming back in the game. He started off very, very late and quite tough out here onto the first map. But now there's chance for redemption. And the Omen is going to be looking in to find some frags. Now, Shaky. Sorry if I'm going to be running on over your moment here a little bit. I know you wanted to say something. We'll get straight to it. But I did want to mention the chambers on this map on Lotus. I do agree that the operator is great on the Tour de Force as well, on the A side and on the C side. But on B, it's really, really hard to retake with. And I would say that going for that chamber, I'd have to agree. I would have actually opted in for a Deadlock or a Sage or anything else besides the chamber.
Yeah. I agree with any sort of Sentinel just to lock off, and don't worry about it. I didn't have much to say. It was only the pistol round, so not a lot of value. As we start to establish ourselves into these few games, I think the first establishing games are going to be quite interesting to see what they're going to bring to the table. But a good start so far. I think REY Esports has got themselves quite an easy round so far.
Hey, don't speak too soon here, because Tapedo are looking in for frags, and the Bulldog has been picked up as well. Oh no, Jaku got stuck out there trying to teleport away. He still has the Guardian in hand, though. Gonna be looking in for frags, as he does still have the spike. So maybe all ill towards good fortune, as he is gonna be looking down on the side, trying to see if he can plant it away. He did get dipped away by his teammate, and now behind them, it's gonna be Clam on the shorty. So we've got ourselves a little bit of chamber action to see who's gonna be getting into close quarter combat first. 45 seconds, more than enough time to rotate, but can you check the angle? Are you gonna go down to the Charlie? Yes, you will, and there you have it. Jaku, last man standing in 1v2. Now, can he do it again? Can he find the clutch twice in a row to be starting things off amazingly here for Tapedo Esports?
Yeah, and I think Tapedo is taking it quite slow in this one. They trying to just take their time to try and get towards site, as Jaku is going to go for the plant, and that's going to help themselves. But I mean, REY Esports has gone, they've gone into tree, they've decided, oh look at all these guns, we can shop a little bit, let's have a view, oh there's a Guardian here, we pick up a share, like they've just gotten and helped themselves to all these nice guns. Just meanwhile, Jaku is just racing against time to try and get the plant down. So I do feel like REY's quite confident in this retake, but it might go up against themselves for that wave.
This is a good smoke, though, coming in from the defender side. Omen right now. Jaku has to go in all guns blazing to try to shut them down, and already halfway to the defuse has been had here. The Guardian, oh, it misses away, doesn't it? And there you have it. REY Esports are going to be picking up their first round here, and a team ace as well at that. So everybody's going to get a little bit of cash, and they're going to be quite happy with what just transpired here.
Yeah, that was very unfortunate.
Yeah,
that
we can leave it at
shot. I saw it in my mind's eye how he was gonna tap on one, tap on the next, and then go from there. But it does look like we're gonna have a quick technical pause as we have a player disconnecting. Could be anything. Look, I've casted a game once where a player disconnected, and it happened for about 15 minutes. And the producers didn't want to switch. They wanted me to keep talking. So what we ended up doing was we theory crafted what was happening to this player's computer. And at the end of the day, I was theory crafting that. I think I said something like a dog walked into the room and then did not bite the power cable because the dog would be electrocuted, and that's animal cruelty. It bit the HDMI cable. And so they had to go onto Amazon and get like an express delivery to get a new HDMI cable, but they couldn't get it in time. So mate, we went down a rabbit hole to try to figure out what was going on.
That's funny. Last time I had to do that as well, because it always happened back in in my CSGO casting days, which still are a thing, by the way. I didn't die, I didn't went out, I didn't go out. But going down to it, there were like 20-minute pauses on the technical breaks, and we just kept going and talking. And we ran out of things to say for the game itself, but we were just talking about where's this guy internet at, right? What happened here? And they're just playing. We got to a point where we were saying, okay, this guy's at a drive-through, he's in his car with his laptop, battery ran out, the McDonald's internet is not all that great. Right, so we just have to wait a little bit more. It was, I believe, the IGL coming out here from Torpedo as well to be DCing, so they definitely need him right now in the server. They need him most. So we're going to be taking a bit of a wait here. We're going to be seeing how he gets back to the server. But this does give us a little bit of time to theory craft about the game itself, right, Shaky? Because we're taking a look on down to a 1-1 bracket, to a 1-0 bracket already, right? One of these teams is going to go down to the 1-1. One of these teams is going to be going up to the 2-0. So we're going into the upper bracket finals.
Yeah, we are indeed. Obviously, they're going to meet. They're going to meet OOT up there.
Yeah,
OOT's been doing a really great run. And a good opportunity for both these teams to try and get themselves a head start in this tournament. Obviously, we have a $350 prize pool for this tournament, so first place is going to get a good chunk of money. Honestly, at the end of the day, I think opportunities like this for any team, just to make any money, really, it's just it's amazing because, excuse me, I think it creates a nice back and forth. Teams can engage, they can play, they can earn a little bit, and that helps them to keep motivated, keep going, and ultimately, at the end of the day, hopefully reach a higher level.
Yeah, hopefully so. I mean, that's what the Reynas are here for, right? Going on over to Challenger mode, getting your friends and buddies up together to queue up for some tournaments is always a bit of fun. But at the end of the day, it's going to be the teams that put in the hours and the effort to get to this point in time. And this is exactly what is happening right now. But it looks like we're back in the game here, right, Shaky? So let's take a look on down to round number 3 without dilly-dallying around too much more here. Mickey does buy up a bit of that pistol on the utility here. So the chamber is going in for a little bit of a buy. Clam is trying to push up as well. We're going to be seeing we're going to be seeing a one-tap coming out there from Clam. A trade coming down on Maui. But that was pretty crisp, wasn't it? Going in for more. No, he gets the second as well. Okay, I thought he was finding the third as well. I was about to lose my mind a little bit. But the spike is still down and they have to retake. How are they going to be going in about this?
I mean, ultimately, they need to try and play the smoke as best they can. It's very difficult, but with Breach using utility to push them out of the smoke, but Zipix, just a blind shot through it, just gets everything they need to get.
Wow. Zoe manages to find 2 with the Guardian, and Zipix is an absolute duelist and a half, man. We've seen him on the first map as well. Absolutely trash around the players of Torpedo Esports. But now, he's looking like he's even more online, and it looks like his team is there to back him up as well. So that is a recipe for success, Shaky, if I've ever seen one, and it is looking damn good.
Well, just to let the viewers know as well, obviously with this game going on right now, there's a few other games not being streamed at exactly the same time, but are also running, and teams are playing up against each other. We got PNG Esports versus Team Prolific. We don't have a score for them just yet, if no one scored one round. And then obviously Torpedo Esports with REY being a 1-0. Ferrix Valve versus Nami Valorant. Ferrix getting 1-0 so far on that, and Oasis versus Astro, no score on that. But we'll keep you guys updated as this league continues, as the tournament continues, and with the score surrounding that. But in the time that I spoke, I see a little bit of action happen here around Treeside, as Torpedo's still struggling to get any sort of leeway coming into the sides.
Yeah, they get more frags, but not a lot of space right now. They're forced to be backing away yet again. And even though that harbor wall was pretty damn good, it actually sectioned off short and sight. Right now, we get to see them rotating back away to the C site, and they're going to be going in face-to-face up against the Viper. Now, this Viper, I think he can do a lot out here into this one, because Maui is ready to go. He's got the snake bite to shoot as well, and the Breach actually has good timing on the util. Doesn't really connect on him, but Presmus is ready on the headshot, and the harbor smoke is going to be going down here as well. Blocks all the bullets incoming, and he has the ultimate as well to hold off on that. So it is going to be a 2-2, it looks like. I don't think REY Esports are going to be going in for this retake on a 4v2.
Yeah, with Chamber as a Sentinel, really all you're offering is a headhunter, 8 headhunter bullets, which cost 150 credits each, and a TP. Like, basically, utility-wise, you're going to have to rely on this Omen to really set yourself up on the side. But you've got Jacob and Mickey holding this corner.
Yep.
So,
Not always the easiest to go around this one. Look at only Util. He's stuck in a corner. Clam forced the TP out. And does he get a hold on to his Reaver? That's the question right here that we're going to be asking. And the answer is going to be no. So Econ's not going to be looking all that great out here for the defender's side on round number 5.
No, unfortunately not. You know, it is what it is, though. I think, all things considered, that was a good attempt at trying to get that one back. Really nice, though, because at the end of the day, Torpedo still grabbed themselves that round back. So they've equalized it to a 2-2. And also on a different note, earlier I said Oasis versus Asado hasn't scored anything. Asado's actually 1-0'd on the first map, so they've got themselves a good. And then Team Prolific also 1-0 against PNG Esports, so slowly starting to lift them up. Oh, Tour de Force.
Exciting. Tour de Force does come out. A missed shot, though, starting off the bat out here on Garden. It is a little bit sad to see, but the sniper is still in use, so it can be forced on out for B or A, depending on how they rotate around. It looks like the Rays is going to be keeping around for the flank, though, as they are all going to be moving back to the A side. Now, first point of contact, though, is going to be Kusa, and it's going to be that Viper at play. So how are they going to be going about this hold on the line? Because the Toxins are going to go down, and they have to hold down with their aim only, as a Tour de Force is coming their way.
Well, Atro, to answer that question very simply, they've got 2 controllers.
They do have 2 controllers.
Omen there with the other controller. Kusa can hold that corner. Should immediately, going to go for the smoke. That's going to lock them out. Harbor's going to be able to get that utility down. They're going to try and push this as hard as they can. But look at this, Maui. Hello. Welcome to the game, Maui says. Reach out their arms open wide. And Maui goes for the K on the map and holds it down perfectly. Wow. Does that answer your question, Atro?
Yeah, hello YouTube, hello Maui, and hello the highlight reel, because that is a beautiful 4K to start us off out here. It's not really the early game anymore, but it's definitely towards the end of it now that we get to see both of these sides staying true to their colors, and REY Esports starting off with another 3-2 scoreline. We got to see this on the first map as well, and from this point onwards, it was on that first map that they started just going absolutely to town, right? They were picking up rounds left and right, so is that going to happen here as well on Lotus?
That's the question.
Oh, the charge coming in. Zipix still alive. How is he still here? The flash is perfect. Zipix gets a headshot and he goes in for more. He doesn't back down. Jack is going to shut him down though, and that is going to be quite unfortunate here for REY Esports. They double dipped way too hard on that one.
Oh man, that was really close. That flash from Breach was so well timed. They were just blind-eyed, nowhere to go. And Clam was just picking them off one by one as they're trying to get to side to get this plant down. It's not over still just yet. It's the 3v3. Well, I say that. And REY Esports just deny it.
Yeah. There it is, a 3v2 on the retake, and that was a blind shot, by the way, coming in from the operator on Clum, finding that frag, so that is insane. But now, it is going to be the heavy play denied. Mickey just trying to peek on by from the snake pit, and he does see one, but the spike is going to be defusing right on down right now. And Maui, he's just such a clean shot right now, man. He's hit every single one of these, and Costa placed his own smoke perfectly in that dimension there as well. Snippy's going to be shut down, and it is a 4-2 start of REY Esports' absolute domination play.
You know what I like, right? And that's exactly what you just mentioned, those smokes. The way that Kusa went and put up 2 smokes. One just on the corner of B at the back of site, and then one on spike. Essentially, what Breach thought was, I'm going to flash through the smoke and be able to peek out wide and get that person that's trying to defuse. He flashed it, and then within an instant realized that they did not have that luxury, but at that point it was too late and it was already getting pre-fired by Kusa. And it's small incremental wins like this that really helps them to secure rounds.
Not only secure them, but also get in the minds of Torpedo right now, right? Because they're struggling and they are jumping in front of the wall, and it still might just work out. Oh, no, there it is. The RPG doesn't go the right way, but Zipix doesn't need an ulti to find a 2K. There you have it. This man cheats himself out for his mistakes and manages to completely clean up house, finding yet another one. It's going to be Kusa finding the double instead, though. This is insane coming out here for REY Esports. Individually, these guys are absolutely going bonkers right now. And it is a 5-2.
Yeah, that is that was great. That was such a good show of skill. Zipix jumping in and just I mean shooting the ult at the dome of Harbor, questionable because it blocks damage. So I kind of saw that and I thought, you've just made a mistake, but that's all right. Completely cleaned up, getting the 2K. helping his team out to get established himself onto side, get back that control, get that defuse, and ultimately win that round. So far, REY Esports are really putting up pressure onto this map, and I think they've kind of found their vibe with these two controllers in this game.
I think so as well, but now we're going to be seeing the controller onto the REY Esports side as well. Now hold it on down. Off your feet, though. The Breach ulti is going to be coming on through, and it doesn't even matter. Maui's just a little bit better. Harbor ulti coming down onto the side as well. Doesn't even mean anything. I don't think so, Shaky. As another kill gets made, Zipix just comes on in and says, this is my site to hold. 2K on the headshots, and now it's all up to the wingman to try to find the 1v1 up against Snippy because he's in the border. He's scared and alone, and he's going to be absolutely utilized to hell and back.
That is just ridiculous. That was so much utility to deal with. And you know what I said previous game? I said they needed pop flashes to work through the smokes. Yeah. And this is Torpedo. Needed the pop flashes to work through the smokes. Now, even though they picked up the breach, I would have liked if instead of going for the double controller themselves, possibly going for a breach/gecko lineup. That would have helped them phenomenally trying to deal with these double controllers. Obviously, the Gecko is helping them quite well on the side of REY. Gecko alone as an initiator is a bit tough to deal with, but so far I think they're using it quite well with that Viper and Omen lineup. So I do think that Torpedo needed to maybe look at their draft a bit differently for these agents, but hopefully they can make it work.
Eco round here coming out of Torpedo, though. They are going to be seeing a bit of a headhunter play here at Bay coming in from the chamber. And it is interesting, though, right? Because we are taking a look on down. If we had a high kill Gecko right now instead of the high kill Harbor that we get to see, we might have actually been able to see a lot more trashes and a lot more pressure on the sites. So maybe that draft is... Maybe they did lose from draft only, right? Who knows? But at this point in time, Maui is just going to be emitting a poison orb, going on back. Mickey finds a headshot, though, on the headhunter. So money well invested as he gets traded right on back, biting away my tongue. The cat has finally found me. But it is going to be a 3v4 on the retake.
Quick rotation. Obviously, I think it's a normal side for Lotus where teams just want to try and go, look, it's not going to work for us pushing this side. We need to try and catch them off guard and go somewhere else. But look at Clam positioning themselves quite deep into the smoke. I don't think they'll be able to get much. I mean, I say that, but it's like Clam just heard the words come out my mouth and just acted before I could finish my sentence.
Yeah, now Persimus is going to be coming in from heaven trying to find something. Jakku is on out here on the Sheriff. Very nice skin, by the way. I like that Sheriff skin going on down. It feels very satisfying as they're trying to find a headshot. And Persimus is going to find his zone in the meantime. With a spike planted already, the retake is going to be happening. The Harbor is having a lot of util right now. A lot of impact, but it is going to be Persimus finding yet another, this time on the Sheriff, going on down on the trade. Back away, though. Jakku just needs to buy time and kills his all that he's going to find as Custa comes in through the smokes, works it out yet again, and smokes are the name of the game, Shaky, as this round is going to be going again in the favor of the Brits.
Yeah, that was tough. That was really tough. That blind shot to the smoke, getting off the kill on Wachu was sorry, not on Wachu, on Zipix was quite nice. I think Presimus really got lucky with that one, but luck kind of evaded them in that sense, as unfortunately they lost themselves to that round. And again, I think it boils down to retake value. They've got the utility from the Rays, which can help them to get back, but the paint canister usually gets committed in the early side of the round to try and clear sight. And then from there, you've got a pop flash from Breeze, which is only 2 available, and then Omen to smoke off. Your use of utility is quite limited to try and deal with this, but it doesn't seem like it matters.
Washu, yeah, he's mega aggressive right now. He realized that something needs to change, and I love the Omen blinds coming in from Jakku, but it doesn't help out enough right here as Clam on the headhunter finds one, picks up the bundle, goes in for more. Can he find it? Of course he can. It's Clam we're talking about, and it's REY Esports going in immensely individualistic right now. Finding all of these frags is beautiful as Snippy finds himself on a trade for his own dear life. It is going to be the 8th round on the board out here for REY Esports. And Shaky, I think it's not even a matter of utility anymore, even though they're playing it perfectly. Right now, they are out aiming and outclassing the likes of Torpedo.
Yeah, I agree with you, actually. I think it's also like, it's confidence, isn't it? Like, pure confidence when it comes down to it. REY Esports, they set themselves the good foundations. And even though we know that from now, I think this is the 2nd map in a row where Torpedoes won the pistol round, and then lost REY's eco round, then straight afterwards. Like, this is the second time this has happened. They won the pistol round, and then REY just comes back and says, look, we're actually going to put pressure back on you guys. Can you guys keep it up? And it just, no, not yet. But I'm wanting to see with this one-way. Don't think so. I think that one-way should have not been put there, because I think Clam would have had a better opportunity to go for a pick if they did not think that they might die by kicking on that corner.
Well, they're going to be waiting right now, so it might actually work on out. The breach charge is going to be prepared. Let's see if it is going to be used on up. And finally, Clam connects a shot on that tour de force. That's exactly what I wanted to see. And actually, that slow buys up a little bit of time for the rotate to happen. But he runs away. Clam gives up position on the C side, thinking they were going to be rotating back away. Harbor is going to be using up his ultimate as well, alongside the wall. And a nice attempt being made by Clam, but he's only trying to buy time right here, as the spike needs to get planted on down. It looks like the Pedo Esports are trying desperately to get on that side, but is just being cornered off and sectioned away as the rotate's coming in from behind as well. We'll get to see the Soulman on the peak as well. Let's see Maui. Can he shut down anybody? Not just yet.
Yeah, and this is exactly where you need to start picking up the pace a bit more if you're on the side of Torpedo. They're kind of lacking that tenacity that REY's bringing out. And even though the party says it's going to come, there's not much more that they can really give themselves, as that round is going to tick away with Jakob, the last one standing for the team.
Being dead. Being absolutely demolished, killed, and taken away. It was Kassa this round finding the 3K to shut these guys down. He came in through connector, manages to open up the moving door, and he takes down 3 with the help of the Gecko Flash. That was absolutely perfectly timed. So again, there's teamwork, there's movement, there's a good draft, and there's good aim coming out of REY Esports right now. In my eyes, these guys are contenders if they keep up the play throughout this whole tournament to try to win it all, because they are proving themselves quite worthy right now up against a team that actually managed to win yesterday.
Definitely. They are proving themselves really, really worthy.
Oh, there it is. 1 for 1.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Wachu's going to push up here quite nicely with that ult. That's maybe going to help them put more. Clearing corners, both REYs trying to get as much info as they possibly can. Kassa's going to pick around the corner, going to get taken out by Jacob. Because a good... I like that. You're double peeking as a teammate, so you want to try and get as much as bad. But look at Clam.
Oh. Could have found a little bit more with that. Only 1 spray to the head on Presmus, and it is going to be spike planted yet again on default this time, actually. The Viper Pit coming in away from Maui, and I don't know why Washu attempted a peek on that one. Maybe he thought that he could take him down while he was still in the animation for the ulti, but it didn't really happen, and now we have a 2v2 with an ulti on the line here in the middle of the site. So Snippy has to find some way around through this one, because it's not going to be easy, and he's going to be using the Rolling Thunder.
Yeah, he's going to have to use a Rolling Thunder to try and stop them out the way from the back inside. They still got the utility from Breeze to hold on this as best they can. That's going to get stuck down. No one's picking up the spike. It's a bit too late. The satchels from Zipix pushing them away, saying, wait, give me a second. Let me just defuse, mate. Don't shoot here. What a good round.
That is incredible. Finally seeing some good offensive use of the satchels. It's been such a long time since we got to see that. And it was perfectly timed as well. They had the information. They had everything they needed. The Viper ulti there. Perfect timing on that one too. It was the end of the half. And you can see absolute snowball effect in play right here. 8 rounds in a row here for REY Esports. They just need 3 more and it's done.
They do need 3 more. You're right, Atro. And I'm surprised we haven't seen any timeouts today.
Yeah.
Hey, none of these teams are going, oh, we need to take a break from this. No. They've decided, listen.
This is fine.
We're just going to keep going.
Yeah, apparently so. But, hey, that is just not delaying the inevitable at this point in time, right? Because REY Esports are an absolute roll. And the only way I could be seeing Torpedo back in this game would be an absolute 180-degree change, right? Completely change up their strats, just go in for gamble stack, start trying to read up on the IGL of REY Esports. And that is not easy to do right now, because he is outbraining to a different degree right here, Shaky. He's going in on every single site, every single call he makes, it's absolutely perfect. The Harbor trying to get back inside of the play, but it is going to be Mickey trying to find one on the chamber. Can he get any more?
I don't know if he can. It is quite a tough one as they're trying to hold on for dear life. The pistol round, where they are at their best. Torpedo trying to hold on for dear life, and they do again win the pistol round. Oh, wait, hold on a minute. Excuse me, Maui just died. Right back to the spike, boys.
Okay, they do have time.
The snake bite from that Viper. I can't even take it serious. That was really... If they ran away thinking that was fine, that would have been a bit much.
Yeah, imagine just not seeing the victory screen on the top of your screen and being like, hey, what happened? Well, I thought we won. And then looking back and seeing the explosion coming right back around you. That would not have been the greatest of time for a team that's already struggling, right? So definitely a good morale booster to pick up the pistol round here. They're going to have a bit of util and a bit of firepower as well to work with here into round number 14. Now, we get to see Maui on the Sheriff. Are we going to get to see anybody else with an advanced pistol? I don't think so.
Oh yeah, we don't know. I want to see a little bit of a different player. I want to see Torpedo actually being able to capitalize on this win on the pistol round and maybe make it work a bit more, because they've, like we said, every single time won the pistol round and afterwards lost on the eco buy from REY Esports. So can they make it work?
We're gonna be waiting. What is this engage duel happening out here from Mickey? He just goes on in and sees the whole enemy team apparently pushing way further than it needed to, as Jaku finds one as well. It's gonna be up to Maui now to try to find a 1v4 ace clutch to make anything happen. The spike is on the other side of the map. So I think I'm justified in saying this is another round one by Torpedo Esports.
It does seem so. They are breaking the curse on this. I mean, Maui needs to... Oh, Maui! Maui doesn't care.
Wait, this is Maui we're talking about. I forgot. Yeah. Even with 40 HP, this man can still pull off miracles.
Yeah, no spike in hand though, but can still make this work. Viper Wall's gonna go up mid on the A side. Are they gonna be able to spot out the left hand side? Gets missed out. Guardian shot's gonna go away from Snippy as they're trying to get that shot. Yeah.
Okay. Nice little friendly banter in the chat as well. Always love to have it. Sportsmanship is still here, so which we absolutely love here at the Reyna's Esports tournament. Excuse me.
That's alright.
It is round number 15. It's going to be a full buy versus a full buy, and we're still watching on down as Jaku only has a Sheriff, and we get to see a Bulldog, a Guardian, a Spectre, and a Vandal. So the whole lineup is there, right? The whole kit of weapons that you can even have on the assault rifle side of things is going to be picked up.
Yeah, they do have a good economy in this.
Torpedo?
It's close quarters that they need to try and play this as best they can, really.
Yeah. I definitely do agree, and Washu is doing all of that and even more. Look at how much space he's trying to gain up here with the boombox as well. Does get a little bit of info. At least somebody's there. As the smoke dissipates, he has to go and peek on out. Who's gonna die first? Zipix always gets these, though.
Look at Zipix just holding that. Oh, I see the leg on the corner. Zipix does not peek anymore, as he knows Watcher's gonna keep that angle. But look at this firing squad holding that corner. Mickey!
Mickey has been a great flanker all throughout this defender's side, and oh, poor Washer just trying to get away right there. Got slowed on down by his own satchel. Couldn't really make it out of that predicament, and now it's back to the 4v4 at hand on the A side this time. We don't get to see a lot of A-sided pushes in from REY Esports, so it's going to be the first one of its kind. As the harbor wall goes up yet again, the Gecko flash comes on in, and Presma still hasn't been spotted out yet as the Gecko gets taken on down. A Spectre for a Vandal. I think they'll have to take that.
They're going to have to take that one now. We need to try and capitalize on this one, but REY, Zipix again being the fundamental change in this round. Maui coming in as well. Two players that can clutch. Both still alive, Zipix and Maui. And Jacob's going to really have to dig down deep to try and get this one. They're going to pick up a Spectre, which is not going to be great. Peeks out the wrong way. And that's not clear tree first. Instead, it's going to opt go for mid, but it was the wrong decision. Zipix now cleaning up for a 4K in that round.
Yeah, 4K indeed. Had a little bit of a turret play going on as well on the head of the other one. They were ready to just start shooting, blasting, and tapping. That's exactly what happened. 11-4, and only 2 rounds away from ending this one off on the REY Esports side of things. And now we get to see our first timeout of the game. A bit too late, isn't it? I would say so.
I mean, and it's also REY Esports calling the timeout.
Ooh, you're indeed correct.
Zowie guy, look, we need a recenter. Let's give. Actually, Zowi's probably saying, let's give Torpedo an opportunity to think. Like, let's give them an opportunity to just
imagine having that much sportsmanship. Now, I think that's not really that possible, but I'll give it to you. I'll play into the fantasy. Maybe they're just trying to be nice.
Maybe.
Although this is Valorant we're talking about, it's still an FPS game, right? So I think the BM factor is still there, and they're just saying, hey, we are absolutely demolishing right now. Let's just have a little bit of fun. But I hope that's not the case, and I hope they're still taking this as seriously as they have started this one out. Because even on 11-4, Shaky, I've seen in my fair time of esports casting that offsets are not that uncommon.
I fully agree with you. And you know what? I'll tell you, I casted a school league, right? And it was 12-0.
Wow.
It was 12-0. The other team brought it back, went to overtime, and then beat them 14-12.
Oh my. 14 rounds in a row.
I did not stop shouting for at least 40 minutes. I didn't have a voice for the rest of the day. I'd never been that hype in my entire life. And I tell you what, that is where magic happens. So I never count the chickens before they hatch? Exactly the same thing. So we cannot count our chickens before they hatch in this one, because look at this. Mickey's already on the back end side, getting that important information, getting those picks. They still have an opportunity to lock it down. They know the information and they know where they are. So all that Torpedo needs to do now is play the game.
Yeah, but that was very interesting coming out of REY Esports. They all went in through connector and they quadruple peaked down onto that 4 chamber. 1-for-1 trade, though, at the end of the day, that does work out in the favor of the defender side here, because they can actually come back to the B side and try to play it from then onwards. It's going to be another retake angle that REY Esports was had such proficiency at on the first map. Now it's going to be the other way around. Let's see if they can take a page out of their book. But it is going to be Torpedo having the rocket fuse ready. Let's see that RPG in action once more. Nobody's seen yet, though. Coming in from heaven, it got sent out. Nothing happened. And the raise is going to go down from the defender side. So Maui, ready to hold it down again.
And hold it down, indeed. That's exactly what they're going to try and do. They still need to at least capitalize on something. Zowie is ready to get that ult down. Does take a little bit of damage, and that's going to help them to actually get it broken down immediately. Both teams are going to trade flashes off the back end side as they're trying to contest for 3.
Oh
but
my!
it's going to be too much. Clam gets 1 trade on the back end side, but Clam goes for a second as they clean up Shippy and now establish themselves into match point as REY Esports are comfortably looking at taking away this series of 3.
Yeah, big conundrum, right? We went into this game with a lot of hope for either side. I did say, hey, this is a new roster, a new lineup that REY Esports are employing right now. It's one that a lot of people have been looking forward to, and it's one that definitely has profits, right? Because right now, 12-4, after coming in from a 12-5 map, I would say that is the perfect way of going around about your second win of the series out here for the Reyna's Esports tournament.
Yeah, and a really good start. And it's all up to watch. Marshall last round makes it work with a tap on the head. Zipic pushes up forward, trying to get the kill on Jacob, but he's not there anymore. Get around Kassa, gets 1. Snippy trying to spray through the smoke, cannot trade it. Actually does grab 1 on Kassa, so the trade's there immediately off the back and sound, leaving it to a 3v3. But if you look at the top scoreboard, REY Esports got 2 players that are severely hurt. Basically 1.
That could be one tapped away here, but the spike does go down, right? Even with all the aggression coming in right now from the Rays, it's going to be up to Watch to try to find something, and he gets double peaked. Everybody's down to 1 HP. How are the taps going to be coming in around? I don't like the positions that Zoe and his teammate have got going on right now, but they are going to be bouncing off of each other and trying to peek down into the Spectre, but one is going to go down, and Zipic's still alive. The grenade goes in, and the breach goes through it. Oh my, Snappy! So aggressive, but I don't think right now it matters because time is ticking away, and it's got to be Zip!
Attackers
Seeing this one off with a voice crack and with a game cracked as well. REY Esports are the team that is cracked and that is going to be able to win this whole best of 3. GG's to the Brits. But look at where they've gotten themselves over to, Shaky. A 13-4 after a 13-5.
That was a crazy second map.
Wow.
I really hoped for something different. We wanted Torpedo to come back into this map and give us a bit of a better show. And they really tried. I think it was close. Yeah. Honestly, that raise was so low. I think they were 4 health. And just crouched around the corner with a Spectre and just cleaned it up.
Yeah, sadly, it couldn't be done in the end. The breach did go down on the clutch, but Torpedo had a long road ahead, even if they won that clutch, right? Going into the 12-5, I don't think we could have seen a universe close to us where they would have actually managed to finally come back into that one. But we can all pray and hope, as this is only going to be the beginning for Torpedo Esports as well, because they're not out of the tournament just yet. There is still the lower bracket left to go. But right now, we have one of our first few teams that are going to be going on over to a perfect 2-0 startup here into the Reyna tournament. REY Esports are moving on ahead to meet up with OOT to be going on ahead as winners.
Yeah, that's a really nice start for them. I honestly think that REY Esports is going to be really happy with that showing. Whoever's their coach, whoever's the person that's helping them, I think they're going to be really excited to keep on going with that really good showing of 2-0. And I mean, what a good game as well. I mean,
Yeah.
I've got the stream up on the side. I can now only see that clutch happening out. That Zowie was 4 HP going into that. 4 HP.
Yeah.
Picking on the corner, and then just with some Zipix just comes out of nowhere, 10 HP, peeks the corner, sits down perfectly, and they get the lockdown. Like, that is just, it's plays like that that makes it so special to be able to cast games like this, and players are just so zoned in. And I think today, it was definitely REY Esports that was zoned in the best.
Yeah, the best indeed. I mean, Zipix at the end there was on 10 HP on the clutch down. He found the triple kill. And at this point in time, Zipix all the way across today has been having such a good game, right? Playing that duelist role and fitting in perfectly to it. We saw the Yoru on the first map, absolutely rocking it out of town and managing to find all those amazing flashes, playing that util, being the guy that you could rely on. And then in the second game, he brings out the Rays and absolutely decimates. But, Shaky, I've got a little bit of a treat for our watchers down here, because we are going to be able to get the REY Esports coach on an interview to kind of get a little bit of insight of what happened here today, because they just absolutely demolished. So I'd say let's get him in here and let's start asking some questions.
Definitely.
Hello. Do we have him here yet?
Not yet. Well, basically,
it's not.
I think it's not going to be the coach. It's not going to just be the coach. I think it's going to be Kassa, Zipix, and Law. Coach is Law. Kassa's the captain, and obviously we got the top frag, which is Zipix as well. Yeah, how's it? Is that?
Hello, Lore.
Hello.
How we doing? We just won, right?
We're feeling great right now.
I bet you are. I mean, that was just a domination show coming out from your team. I think you're pretty happy with the results they've gotten themselves into today, because this is a new roster as well. So how are you feeling?
Oh man, we're feeling great. We have practiced a lot of Lotus, and it really paid off right now.
Yeah,
So I'm happy to see.
Did you expect Lotus to be picked away here by Torpedo?
Yeah, we did. We
Nice.
saw. Yeah, we saw.
Good.
Yeah.
So go for it, actually. No, keep going.
I want to say, when you started preparing away for Lotus as well, and you kind of saw that you were fighting Torpedo, did you watch like the previous game coming in from Torpedo here into the Reyna and kind of got to see the VOD, see what they were up against, kind of what they were doing, or did you just go with the flow, practice your maps, and it worked out in the end?
I mean, we of course saw their game, but we played our own game mainly. So we focused on what we're good at. We traded really well. We pushed in really well. I think it went great.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, first off, we want to also just touch up on the game that just happened, because that's the most important part. You guys just went 2-0 up against Torpedo, which looked really strong in the previous games. And your first map was Icebox. Take us through your Agents League, your comp that you guys went into. Obviously, you guys opted for the double controller and made it a bit more interesting. What was the mindset and what was the play that you guys tried to accomplish by doing that?
So the double controller, we were looking at Loud. We saw how they played, and we really liked it. So we were trying to see how they played it and kind of copy what they were doing. And then the Yoru, the Yoru was basically a replacement for our old comp. And we can it's easier to hold B main with Yoru. That's what our thought process was with that.
Yeah, I mean, we saw the rotation happening from Yoru quickly. The pop flash from the Yoru was just exceptional. And I think Icebox really turned into favor. Now, moving on to this next map, my main question is, why Chamber? Why Chamber?
Well, Chamber, I feel the Chamber, seeing that this map has 3 lanes, having an op posted on one and not having to care about that one anymore, and then holding with 4 other people those sites is going to be really productive. It's going to be really easy to hold sites with, and the lurks are also really good on Chamber. So that's why we picked Chamber, I think.
Definitely. Oh, I mean, that's a really good question.
I think
Yeah,
I think it worked out perfectly on that one. But as we went in from the team comp itself to the maps, right, I do want to mention that we have ourselves Custa here as well, who was part of the core before the whole lineup changed, right? So he was here for 2 iterations of REY Esports. So how are you enjoying your new teammates? Because you were playing the controller into this game, one of the 2 that we got to see. And I think that everybody was just on a roll right now. Everybody was on that focused game set, everybody was in it, and you had great communication. So guide me through how you felt here with the new team roster and how the Gamescom felt as well.
Yeah, it's pretty good, man. The boys definitely a big help. Make my job very easy, actually, and comms are very clear. Where to put the smokes, where to give you tools, paranoia, etc.
Yeah,
real easy with these guys. It's good.
And on the first one, correct me if I'm wrong here, we do also have Zippix, who was the top fragger for REY Esports, who absolutely played out of his mind right now, by the way. I have to give props off to you here, Zippix. Were you the one that actually played away the Yoru in the first icebox?
No.
Okay, so that wasn't you.
That was you.
Oh yeah, the first game, yeah.
Okay.
I meant you said the first roster.
Right.
No.
That's what I was thinking,
Yeah,
because
I did.
you played on that Yoru, you absolutely went insane on the supporting role, so I wasn't expecting the second map to be coming in guns blazing on the Rays and absolutely decimate, right? Especially on the last clutch, on all of the clutches that you found so far. So was this just a one and done thing, or is this your usual performance here with REY Esports? Are you just going off the walls every single time? Is this just a carry force that we're seeing?
My teammates speak for themselves, but usually, I perform very decently on scrims and tournaments. But yeah, so it's like you just gotta put in the work. It happens, you know.
Yeah,
he absolutely does.
Love it. That's awesome, man. And I mean, I think congratulations to you guys for going 2-0 first off against Torpedo, and also going 2-0 between the 2 games that you guys have in this tournament so far. You guys have put up a brilliant showing. Maui as well, just amazing clutch they had with that 4K, and it was just great games all around. And I think I want to lead and end off just with a simple question. Now that you guys got those 2 games, and obviously you guys have been watching, like you said, you've been basing some of your draft on Loud. Is there anything else you guys got planned for the future, and where do you guys think you want to go with this comp?
Oh yeah,
I'll shoot it towards the coach, yeah.
So we're trying to still figure a lot of stuff out, but we're sorry.
That's fine.
I think it's working well right now. We still have to work on some things, but yeah, I won't disclose what. But yeah, I'm happy with what was shown today.
That sounds amazing. Well, thank you so much for you guys coming in. I really appreciate it. I think both me and Nacho really enjoyed casting your games today.
100%.
Fantastic. The VOD's going to be up. There's a load of highlights on the channel as well. Feel free to watch how we've been shouting our lungs completely flat at the amount of gameplay you guys have been giving us today. But again, congratulations on your win today.
Yeah, GG's. One last question before I go, though. Lore, you are the coach around here. You do the drafts. You do everything. Is there any team you think you might have an issue here with on the Reyna tournament?
I think we can beat anyone, to be honest.
Perfect. That's all we want to hear. Okay. Any ending statements? Love to hear you guys say it. If not, then this is going to be the end.
Lord, you get anything?
Zippix?
No.
No.
Oh yeah. So a quick question just as well. Obviously, you guys going to be playing up against Team Prolific, right? You guys are going to go to the quarterfinals. Not to give away any of your plan, right? Have you guys been analyzing this team? Have you been looking at their draft, how they play their agents? Do you guys have a game plan, or are you guys going to wing it for this one?
Well, we know the team very personally, so we know what to work on, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun game, I think.
Awesome.
Can't wait.
Well, now I want you guys to get close to you, Mike Law, you specifically, and I want you to give a message to Team Prolific for the quarterfinals.
They're watching.
Oh, Well, guys, you don't stand a chance, so you might as well FF now.
That is exactly what we wanted to hear. Thank you guys for watching so much. I hope everybody absolutely enjoyed the hell out of this game as me and Shaky absolutely did. It's been a wonder absolutely casting with you, Shaky, and seeing the game at hand here. Thank you, boys, for proving yourselves absolutely amazing here. REY Esports managed to go on over to the 2-0 screen. Indeed, they'll be going into the quarterfinals, meeting away with Team Prolific, and with that is going to be the end and marking off the end of this broadcast. Again, I hope you guys have enjoyed. The Reyna tournament is still far from over, but we've got games, great games, just like this one, still ready to go in tomorrow and the days after that as well. So, Shaky, any closing words before we head it off to the end screen?
Drink water, guys.
Indeed so. You heard it from the man himself. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you later.